What's your next psychedelic experience, Mushroom Gus?
Thank you for asking that. That I did experience hell that time. That's where it came from.
What, on mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
No, it's terrifying, dude. Extra dimensional torture.
Oh God.
Think of that.
Oh God, bro.
Endless. So, okay, I'll tell the story. I got these mushrooms, and I wanted to do a really big trip. Because before I had only done smaller amounts, like 2.5 grams or something like that.
Okay.
This was a bag. This was like 6+ grams.
Damn.
And
what's a regular amount?
oh, well, Terrence McKenna talks about a heroic dose, which is like a huge amount. That's 5 grams.
Shit, so you did 6, which is also Satan's number.
Oh God, I'm starting to see where I went wrong. But yeah, and I just wanted to like push myself to the outer limits. I did not respect the mushroom gods, and they punched me back. Like they got me for that. This is when it first started. I knew I took too much because I was tripping like normally, and all of a sudden like things started getting melty. And like, you ever seen like Salvador Dali paintings like with the passage of time and like the clocks, melting clock, that famous.
It was like that.
Like that.
Damn.
But I knew that was when I took too much, and then I looked up. I was like laying on the floor at this point in my dorm room alone.
Yeah.
I looked up in the ceiling. This giant stretchy flesh god with eyeballs just up on the ceiling looking at me. I can feel like his judgment. It's like a physical judgment, like a ray of judgment.
Yeah.
And I'm just there like wide open, like in like the symbol of Christ, just on the ground laying there. And like I was like, dude, this is too much. I might go crazy. And then that's when dude, so in my earbuds, the band started like bombing, like the music video, like the band was like falling apart, and like they started like these really weird like loops. So like they were just the mushroom gods or like the elves, I don't know who they were. They like took over the song, and like they started playing themselves, and they started singing to me. They were like, this is all I remember. I remember they were speaking in like this weird language. They were like talking to me, and then I could tell they were talking directly to me. And they were like, I remember at one point they were like, you're weird, and like just repeating that shit. And they were talking directly to me, and I was just laying there like I had never done anything like this, and I was like, I went too far. And all of a sudden, I took out my earbuds because it was just scaring me too much. And I hear this booming voice of just... We talked about the lady being the representation of love. This was the representation of evil. Pure evil. It says to me... This is going to sound so stupid. I promise. It's dumb, and I think it's funny looking back, but at the time, it was scary as fuck. He said... Cookie, just really loud, and it was like all around me, like this booming voice. And that it didn't mean cookie; it meant like whatever that means in the alien language. But that's how it sounded in English.
What
and
the hell could cookie mean?
Don't even try to. I can't just try to decipher that shit.
I mean, I already can't think of a thing.
It's
what do kids do? They reach their hand in the cookie jar when they're not supposed to. What do you do with the mushroom?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think it was literally meant to be cookie. Anyway, whatever. It's he said that like it just like enveloped me, like that voice enveloped me, and like I just felt his presence. And then I remember at one point, this is kind of where it falls apart, because like I remember at one point I was like, I could see myself doing different things at like different points of time, but I was like seeing like 4 different things at once. Like in one part I was like getting a drink of water, one part I was like opening a door, and like one part I was in bed. Like just seeing different points of time at once. And like I felt like I was in a time loop. There was just repetitive. I thought at one point people were outside my window throwing a ball at my window. Like kids were like...
Remember the one time on your story you said There's monkeys next.
Oh,
And then I text you, Gus, did you eat those mushrooms? Because there's no monkeys next door.
that was so funny.